Hello, viewers. This is me, Rahmat Kareem. You can pardon me for this cheap, in fact, the cheapest quality of the webcam, but more interesting and more important is that this is for the first time that I am streaming via my channel. Today, as you can see from the poster actually, I am going to tell my audience about my academics, from where I started, where I'm standing right now, and what I am aiming for in terms of educational academic experiences. My name is Rahmat Kareem. I am the publisher or the author of the content that my viewers see via this Gilgit Baltistan 360. I belong to Oshkandas, that is a town very close to Gilgit city. Okay. My primary education, I took it from my hometown. There was this private school where the medium of instruction was English. I was there till I could pass 8th standard. During my stay at that school, I learned many things which were centered around my experience of my family, my hometown. And then after completing my primary education, I had to move in search of quality education. I had to move to Jutial. There was this private school by the name Prelude Public School. In that school, I met different people. Some turned out to be good fellows, and with many of them I am still in contact, and they are good friends. I approach them whenever I need sound advice relating to various affairs of life. During that period, which is around 3 years, I met some competent, passionate, dedicated teachers. Many of them were, locals, and a few of them they were from downside. They taught me many things apart from academics. I learned many social skills from them. I learned about how to develop an inclusive approach towards people, towards society. I also learned some virtues like generosity. Whatever my teachers offered me in terms of knowledge, education, learning, they also taught me that this is with me as for keepsake. It's not entirely mine, totally mine. It belongs to people, my community. So keeping that tradition alive, whenever I get opportunity, I love to share my knowledge, understanding, my experiences with people. I mostly enjoy sharing my stories, my experiences, and my learning with younger fellows. I find it more convenient, and I'm more comfortable. And then, I had some tough times coping with the pressure of studies. And then I was not so good in the beginning with in socializing, in making friends, but somehow I passed through the secondary stage of my formal education, and then, talking about marks and performance, it was not extraordinary. Definitely, it was not. You can say that I couldn't get through the exams with flying colors, but I somehow managed to, complete the courses and got through the SSC stage in the first attempt. Then I had a few options when it came to selecting or choosing a college. As many would dream, and still many people aspire to join AKHSS, that is Khan Higher Secondary School. I was also one of those guys who was crazy to join that educational institution, but I wasn't prepared, you can say, to settle in that environment, or the style of learning. I found it quite, unfamiliar, and the feeling turned out to be of something, you can say, a misfit. I found myself as a misfit in that system. After spending 1 year, I could not score more than 45% marks. So I prefer to go for a public college. That was FG Boys Degree College, Jutial. There I spent 2 years to complete my junior college school, and then I was in a very good position to imagine about my future. I could see that the dreams of becoming an Air Force pilot, that was my childhood dream, and the dream of joining in a prestigious engineering college, that were no longer, achievable, that were at least appearing to me, they were appearing to me as unattainable. Then I looked around, and I must say I looked upon myself and found that I may not be aiming for the right target. I met a good fellow who advised me to think about the subject or the area of education. I took some time and then made my mind that, okay, this is the field that I am going with in the future. So following that ambition, I got admission in education college in Jutial. There I completed 2 years graduation program that was titled as associate degree in education. So that experience gave me an excellent opportunity to get close to the system of education, how it works, how um, students like myself, they struggle with marks, they struggle with they underperform, and why some fellows, despite having competence, equivalent competency, they excel very fast, and they score good. So I took that time to reflect on myself and people around me, and my experience, my own personal experiences played a good role. So all that time which I spent in education college, I was able to learn many things about education, a number of things, and that include different pedagogies, that is, learning methods, how teaching to can be done using different methods, and how learning theories, how learning takes place in an individual, and then I could learn about assessment types, assessment tools, and then there was this teaching practice as part of the course, where we were asked to join a nearby school or college to check the validity of the theory that we were taught at the education college. And we took that time to test those theories, to see if, to check if they really work in actual classroom setting. That experience, sparked fire in me, in, uh, and I was so desperate to continue learning more about education with this, and that passion pushed me hard. That motivated me to towards pursuing master's degree in education from Khartoum International University. With that master's degree in education, I went more closer and closer to field of education, and I could see that how the educational institutions, how a teacher, how educational system influences society. So so far, after completing my 16 years of formal education, I nowadays work with a private institution where I serve in different capacities. Overall, my position is of a teacher educator. As a teacher educator, I conduct conduct training programs, training sessions for pre-service teachers, um, and I also conduct seminars, workshops, and sessions on various topics that are either directly or indirectly related to the process of education. So that is enough for now, I guess. Inshallah, you'll hear more from me about my educational experiences as well as my future plans. Thank you so much for your precious time. You I hope you enjoyed this talk, and your feedback is so valuable for me. I'm looking forward to receive some helpful feedback, and I request you to avoid harsh comments since it's the beginning of my experience. Thank you so much.